Well, welcome to the SUTV Live post-game show, reflecting on what has been a fantastic afternoon down at Bramall Lane, a 3-0 win over Blackburn Rovers. Alongside me in the studio are Kevin Gage and Asaba. Gents, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Yeah, we're beaming, aren't we? We're top of the league. I mean, what more do we want at this stage of the season? And after a performance like that, I mean, it was one-way traffic, save for about 5-10 minutes in the start of the second half, where Blackburn gave it a bit of a go. It was just one-way traffic, and we could have had 5 or 6,
Easy.
seven really.
Easy 7.
Could have been a cricket score this afternoon.
It would be fair to say we were a bit surprised, if not disappointed, with the way Blackburn set up, given they came here as being top of the league. But to their credit, Sheffield United put them to the sword.
The boys were brilliant. You know, before when do you play the top of the league and you're confident that we all knew, we felt it. But it's easy us feeling it. The boys had to put in a performance, and if a team comes as negative as that, it's so hard. You know, our fans can turn on us, but the fans stuck with us. The boys kept doing what the manager were asking, and everyone put in a great performance. But what options the manager's got? You know, the competition in this squad. You've got Bastion coming on for 10-15 minutes. You know, it's just so exciting.
But we put on the performance because we have good players. Yeah. You know, there's quality littered throughout our squad. They weren't absolutely outstanding. We're not raving about every single player, because we expect that from the Sheffield United players. We've seen enough of them over the last couple of years. We know what they're capable of, and they're just going out there and consistently delivering performances like that.
I want to focus on 2 strikers. Obviously, Iliman Ndiaye rightfully is going to make most of the headlines. But Ollie McBurney out there said, put in a shift. He will be in that dressing room right now wondering how on earth he isn't on the score sheet. Yeah,
I said, you know, after a match, you relive all the little moments which you've had. He'll be reliving this until tomorrow morning, because he was so involved. You know, you don't get chances like that normally in one game, and you can't fault him. It's not like you can say, oh, well, he shanked that, he did. Everything he did could have gone in. You know, he performed perfectly. He worked his socks off. His link-up play with Kadra when Kadra was on was brilliant. His link-up play when Ndiaye was on was so you can't fault him. It's just so frustrating, because he could have got free there. He did everything right, and he's walking off frustrated yet again. But
this man will know, because strikers are selfish, aren't they? And yeah, they want to score goals. So yes, we won the game 3-0, and we sat in the dressing room and everybody's, you know, happy and we're top of the league. It's perfect, but he'll want to score.
I think he'll be frustrated now. But last year, his mentality, it was all about the team. But the press conference he gave the other day it was so different. He was like, well, I want to score. And his performance when he came on the other night, you could see he wanted a goal, and he didn't stop. We were 2-0 up. He's trying to score. And he will be frustrated, but you want that. You want him now thinking, well, I might not be playing against Luton because I've not contributed with a goal. Other people have. We need that, and it's great.
I'll tell you what he has done with that performance today. I think he's cemented his place in the side for Luton. I don't think you can drop him now, because I think he's a great foil up there for whoever plays round him. He's the perfect.
Yeah, he looks so much fitter than last year
for us.
Because last year, sometimes, you know, he's got incredible touch, and there was one bit where we broke, and it was wrapped into him, and he's brought it down and he's played it out to the wing. But sometimes he gets tired and the touch goes away. Today, until he went off, his touch was there because his fitness was there, and you can see he's working hard on the training field, and credit to him.
What about Iliman Ndiaye? Because he made one heck of an impact coming off the bench. I'm sure Ollie McBurney's looking at him and saying, I wish I had a ball hit me on the backside and go in. We'll sort of remove ourselves from that. The goal that wrapped it up 3-0. I mean, Gagey immediately after the game said it was reminiscent of Fulham, but I thought it was better than that.
The finish wasn't it? The finish was better, to wrap his left leg round that and bend it round.
Well, it's exactly the same as the Fulham goal. I'm going to go home and find that Fulham goal and have a look at it again. But I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he actually won the ball himself inside his own half, and then he went on the Maisie. And I mean, I've done a few Maisie runs in my time, and when you've gone run with the ball 50-60 yards, the pressure builds in your head and you start to panic. And he kept composure. He's so good at that finish. Just wrapped his left foot round
just the way he dropped the shoulder and went the other way as well.
So quick, his body movement. on the goal is brilliant, and the fans adore. I was getting goosebumps when I said his family must be so proud because our fans are singing "Aye Aye Illy," and he's just loved. You know, he's going to flourish now because he's loved by the fans, he's loved by the management. His teammates will adore him because they can give him the ball and he'll fend people off. What a prospect!
Well, just hold it there, gents, because why should we talk about Iliman Ndiaye when he can tell us about that performance himself? Iliman, as impact substitutions go, I reckon that must be right up there amongst the very best. How did it go from your perspective?
Appreciate one well. No, I'm happy to get obviously to contribute coming off the bench. That's what we are for, plenty of energy. And yeah.
Which was your favourite goal?
Out of which ones?
The
Today?
one winning off your backside or the one where you ran half a length of the pitch?
I'll go with the second one.
You'll say that, will you?
Pretty sure, yeah. bit of me.
Was Sandra a bit upset with the first one?
No, he's not. He's happy. He's happy for me. He just got the goal, I'd give it to him, but
as a striker, they all count,
exactly,
don't they?
Yeah, they all count. So yeah, happy with them.
All joking aside, talk us through that second goal because it brought back memories of Fulham away last year. But the driving run, the power, the finish—that's everything and more that you practice on the training ground, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Plus, driving with the ball, it's me. That's what I kind of do. I like doing it. But yeah, the more I basically practice it, and the more I do it, and the more I'm confident to do it. So yeah.
What went through your mind as you got towards the edge of the area? Because there's still some work to do to beat the keeper.
Same as Fulham goal. Just composure. With my left foot. I didn't look up where the goal is. I knew where the goal was. Just try and beat him first post, and yeah.
What's it like to be part of this squad at the moment as well? Because in the studio here, we talk about the competition that there is in this squad for places now. You've given Paul Heckingbottom a heck of a decision to make ahead of Luton, haven't you?
Obviously, the manager makes his decisions. Decided to rest me today, and obviously the other lads been brilliant when they come on. Obviously, last game, so they had the chance, and I think everyone's been brilliant. But yeah, I don't know if I see it as a competition or just whenever I play, just trying to get the best out of me and let the manager make the decision.
Absolutely, it's the best way. Leave it to him to decide. But it's early stages in the season. Of course it is. But 5 games in, you're now top of the table. You've just taken on who were the league leaders at home with a fairly dominant display. I imagine confidence is sky high, isn't it?
Yeah, very high. I think we've had a good start to the season. Obviously, when you compare it to last season where we was. But yeah, I think it's just giving us confidence, and the lads are happy, and we're just going to carry on and just try run over teams like we're doing.
How much are you and the guys now enjoying this run of games? Because we talk about them coming thick and fast, but if you're getting the results and winning, I guess you're not really bothered, are you?
No, it's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. Everyone's happy. They go home happy, obviously, to our families, and yeah, just back to training, and next game we'll focus on it.
Just finally, that second goal you scored today, is it your best, or do you still prefer the one you scored at Fulham?
I'll rewatch both of them and decide. But this one was kind of good because obviously I think I beat 2-man, and the Fulham goal was more. I did the same kind of, so I'll look again and decide. Yeah.
Well, you celebrated well with the fans; they certainly enjoyed it. Iliman, thanks for coming and joining us. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
The thoughts of Iliman Ndiaye following his brace today against Blackburn Rovers. Carl Asaba still alongside me with Kevin Gage. He's one confident, happy man right now.
Yeah, and so calm. And what was lovely, he said he was going to give the goal to Sander. I'll give it to Sander. I'm like, no, don't do that. You claim anything.
You say, what striker worth his salt gives goals away?
That's not part of the striker union talk. But what a lovely lad. So calm, so humble, talking about the teammates. And he's not in competition. Just when he gets his chance, he wants to do the best. Lovely lad, brilliant.
I can tell you that we did actually show him that goal this afternoon before he left the studio, and once he saw it, he said, hands down, that's my favourite goal. And why wouldn't it be, Gagey?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, it wasn't actually technically slightly better than the goal against Fulham because he actually won the ball as well. He created that completely himself, beat the 2 men and the composure at the end, and scoring in front of the Kop. In 30,000 people here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
I get to ask him about can you hear the song? Do you like the song? And how much, he said he loves it and he can hear it and it gets fast. you know, keep singing his name, keep giving us moments to sing, means so much to him.
Look, we're buzzing after that performance in here. Clearly, from what he said, that dressing room's buzzing right now. It is early stages in the season, but we saw how difficult it was for the Blades to get back in the promotion race after the sluggish start that time around. It matters right now, doesn't it?
Of course it does, yeah. I mean, to get a good start was always going to be crucial to the way we this season, the whole season. And we've just started where we left off from last season. It hasn't come as a surprise to me how we're playing. I'm sure it hasn't come as a surprise to anybody else in the room or anybody, the 30,000 watching. You know, we were a good team at the end of last season. We've improved our squad this season, so we just hit the ground running this season. It's fantastic.
We haven't spoken about it until now, but because the performance was so dominant. But a clean sheet, the second one this season. Wes Fodringham said beforehand that he doesn't place too much stock in it, but you could tell it irked him. That'll please Hecky as well, won't it?
Oh, completely, because they're the easy games when you were controlling it and you're so dominant and to switch off, you know. But the boys didn't. The defenders were covering. Max Lowe was getting round. Baldock was getting round. Even though for the majority of the time they were attacking and in the opponent's half, they still had the discipline to do their jobs. And you've got the covering round Egan. You know, it's a great unit at the moment, and it must be an incredible dressing room because you've got subs coming on who, every time a sub's coming on, it's like, oh, Basham's coming on. The team's actually not dropping, you know, the next subs add in, the next subs add in. There's people chomping at the bit to get involved, and we're top of the league.
Yeah, and we've been going on and on about Armour Hodic, rightly so, because he's been fantastic. But on the other side of Egan, we've got Rhys Norrington-Davies, and I know we touched on it pre-game, but he's been a revelation, and I don't think he put a foot wrong today.
How good was his crossing?
Doing his defensive work. He seems to. He's a good defender anyway. He was always a good left back. He was a good defender. They were slightly worried about his productivity going forward, which is why Ender got the nod last year. But he's perfectly suited to that role, isn't he? He just drifts into that left centre-back role, joins in with play, and as Carl's just said, 2 crosses he put in today in the first half were outstanding. You know, whipped in, on the run, whipped to the far post. So he's got that in his locker as well, and he's just developing a great understanding with Fleck and Lowe now. It's wonderful how we've now got a left side to match how good we are on the right side. Completely.
Last year there was a little bit of a imbalance. We were more attacking down the right, but now Max Lowe's pushing up. He's got Norrington-Davies coming with him, and they can interchange. The team's just looking so well balanced and so many options, and you know.
And then we've got Ndiaye going straight through the middle. Wow, it's perfect. Attacking them from literally all angles now.
Great on the pitch, great off it. Carl, you said by at least 3. Gage, you said it would be 3-0.
Yeah, you were on the nose. I gave myself
I think that's the first for me to get it spot on, actually.
We'll take it. Everything is looking rosy in the Blades Garden right now, and to round it all off, they're top of the league this evening. A reminder that they're next in action 6 days from now when Sheffield United travel to Kenilworth Road on Friday night for an 8 o'clock kickoff. SUTV Live is on air from 7 p.m. But for now, enjoy this one. The Blades are top of the table.